and gentlemen. Welcome to the Movie Reefer Madness Show, the only show on the internet where I take edibles and then watch movies. Alright, red light's on. Alright, we are... I took an edible, and I'm gonna watch a bunch of movies, and then I'm gonna tell you those movies. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on those movies afterwards, and you're gonna get my high ramblings. On weed, on edibles, bad movies can become great movies. So the first movie I watched, it was called Lipstick, but it's a revenge-o-matic. It's like a rape revenge movie. It feels very 70s exploitation-y inspired almost, which is because it wasn't inspired by it. It was 70s exploitation. It feels like three different movies just mushed into one, but it has all these different wildly varying tones, and some of them work a little bit better than the others, but it just comes together in a very interesting way. And the two best performances are from the two Hemingway sisters, and they give such, oh my god, they're such powerhouse performances. The lead, Marguerite Hemingway, I want to see more from her. I wish she became like a Pam Grier type action heroine, like because she is so fucking badass in this movie. And then the second performance, by her sister Marielle Hemingway. Oh my god, I just watched Star 80 earlier this part of the year, and dude, these two sisters are such good actresses. Oh, I thought I had sneezed. And then, not leaving out Chris Sarandon, I've seen his Prince Humperdinck, that's about it. And the Chucky movies. But, my god, his performance goes from being incredible to being a little bit miscast. But when he works, he works. He has like a Bundy flavor to him, dude. Like, he's just so cold and calculating, you can just see like the emotions switch off in his eyes. Like just this movie, I really fucking loved it, and it's really gonna inspire. I can just tell that this will inspire like short films and films that I want to make. Like this is gonna have a lasting impact on me. All right, well that is my long rambling review. That was part one edible, one movie. Now let's do another edible and watch another movie. Now circle back. Movie 2. Alright guys, second movie down, second edible down to, I watched Slaughterhouse in 1987, directed by Rick Rossler. It is basically, it's a really weird amalgamation of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. It has like a patchwork of those two drastically different tones. Because Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 is really grim, brutal, just reality, and just grit. Like, you feel the grit and you feel the sweat. It's just a grimy and angry little movie. And it just really gets under your skin in a way that there's not many movies do. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is the complete opposite of that. It's like a farcical, like darkly comedic, almost Looney Tunes cartoon-esque. Like before Gremlins 2: The New Batch, it was probably the closest horror movie representation we had of Looney Tunes. It was dark, but it was also comedic, and it was an angry humor. And this movie feels like a combination of both those two things. You have some scenes that feel really real and disturbingly graphic, like the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then you have other scenes that are just like almost a live-action Looney Tunes cartoon, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So long story short, you feel Texas Chainsaw Massacre's influence all over this movie. Oh, and another thing I loved about this movie, I really, really loved, is the characters. Like, this is a weird comparison to make, but it feels like a Stephen King novel almost, or Twin Peaks, because you really just get like to know the world and the characters and the side characters, and you get to know their quirks and the habits and their life. Like, you feel there's so many extraneous details that don't actually contribute to the plot of the movie but just that little detail helps us get to know that character and make the world feel lived in and make it feel like we're part of that world. And it's almost like a neighborhood. It makes you feel like you live in the neighborhood. You can just walk down the street and you can see that character. You can pop over there and you can see these characters doing this. Like it feels lived in. It feels known. I wish more movies, not even just horror movies, but all movies did more stuff like this, where like you just got to know the characters more and just fell in love with their worlds. So yeah, really great movie. I highly recommend it. I'd give it like a 4.5 out of 5. Like it's up there for me with stuff like Demons, Evil Dead 2, My Bloody Valentine, Critters 2, like stuff like that, Predator 2, like things like that. Like those certain like horror movies that like you just really do love with like all your heart. Like the type of movie that you really can't like fathom how much you care about it. Like it feels right here. And I think this movie is just like those films, Blood Diner, like those films, it feels like it could, like after watch, I've only seen this one time, but honestly I feel like this could be like one of my favorite movies of all time. I feel like if I watched it a couple more times it could nearly be there. Alright, movie number 3, edible number 3, edible number trace. The third movie I watched tonight was James Wan's Malignant. James Wan's Malignant. I've seen it once before in theaters when it came out in 2021. This is, other two movies I've never seen before. This one is a bit of a watch, but I've been meaning to watch it again. I have never had a chance to since it came out in theaters. And this movie is even better than when I saw it in theaters. But now, it's, it feels like Henry Lauder, it feels like De Palma, it feels like horror, gothic horror. Like, it feels like all these perfect things just in a blender. And yeah, I love it. And yeah, I love editors, I love movies, I like talking about them. And that's it for us. Oh, and side note, don't do drugs, stay in school.